Hello! I'm very excited about this video. So I'm going to walk you through. By the end of this video, you will know, not just know, you will actually be able, even maybe you will have done your energetic shift by the end of this video. So let me start by just saying hi. My name is Agnes. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. I'm so excited to have you here, and I'm excited about growing this community. I am a psychic channel, I'm a mentor, and I'm an energetic surgeon. And I'm going to just start doing this because I'm excited and I want you to be able to experience this. So, first of all, we are playing a frequency game, right? Reality is a frequency game. Your frequency is what matters. So, I'm going to give you an example because allowing or letting source paying your bills is an energetic shift from where you are. It might be a bigger or a subtle energetic shift, but letting, because that's all you need to do to let, allow. So many people say like, okay, how do I let? How do I allow? And I remember having the same question, like, how the heck do you do that? Okay, so everybody wants like, tell me exactly how I do. This is the video where I tell you exactly how you do the letting. So I'm going to bring here an example with a friend. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to explain the same thing with an everyday example. And then we're going to take that example and apply to source instead of your friend. So let's see. Let's say that you went out with a friend. You went out to a nice, well, whatever, cafe, restaurant, for a nice talk, catching up, and you ordered a few things. It might have been just like a coffee and I don't know, a coffee, a soda, a cake, or maybe you were hungry, you went for lunch, and now you've done with this whole thing. You go to the counter, both of you having their wallets in your hands. You get to the counter, and your friend says, "Let me pay the bill." Okay. Now, how do you let your friend pay the bill? In that instant, it's very easy, right? You're like, "Thank you." That's how you let it. And when you say thank you, you will feel some type of energy shift because it's a shift from that. It's a shift in states. One state, like 10 seconds before, was like, I'm going to pay my bill, which is you, that was where you were. I'm going to pay my bill. So you were like, okay, let me take the money out. The moment he said or she said, let me pay the bill, you suddenly felt a different type of energy. It's like, oh, thank you. It's a gratitude, it's a joy, it's probably even a relief. Maybe it doesn't matter, but it's the shift. And you, if you are aware, or if you are just following me, or imagine that, or think back of the last time that happened, you will know that, oh yeah, that's the way I let it. I say thank you and I step back. Now, this is abundance energy because your friend who asked or asked you to let him, right, who offered paying, is offering from joy and gratitude for what just happened in this catching up. So your friend had an amazing time, he's in an abundance energy, and he wants to share that abundance with you by offering to his abundance to you, right? So you can enjoy his abundance or her abundance, right? And on your side is abundance energy as well, because you receive it, accept it, and allow it. Just like, thank you, that's gratitude, right? Thank you. And then you feel that little bit or big rush of some positive energy. And that's a perfect explanation of how you let and allow your friend to pay your bill. Now, this is not difficult. Yet when we talk about source, it's like, but how do I do that with source? The exactly same way. Now, in this video, and you clicked on this video because you really want to allow source to pay your bill. So just do it. Let's play this out. This video is basically source asking you, could you just allow me to do you? Can you just stop efforting and figuring out and wanting to make it happen and controlling and managing and having that heavy burden, believing that it's your task? but your actual task is to actually start living the life that you actually desire. So allow me to do the rest. That's this offer today. So right now, I'm going to ask you in the name of Source. Source send me to ask you. That's why you clicked on this video. So Source is asking you, can you let me, would you let me pay your bills? Now I want you to say, yes, please. Thank you. And you never look back. You feel the rush in your body. You feel the shivers in your body of like a relief, like, oh, thank you. Like, and it's not your business. So when I mean bills, what do I really mean? I don't mean that now you are struggling and then you have these three bills and then now the universe is going to send you in your bank account this money that you, but no, come on, expand your awareness. I mean all the bills, but the bills of your desired reality, the bills of you living the best life you can. So you don't have to think about how the heck can I do that, because you start doing it and then you are sponsored. That's even better word. Would you let Source to sponsor your amazing life? Because that's your job. That's why you're here. It's not your job to figure out that part, right? So I'm going to give you some examples. By the way, I really want to mention one very important thing. While you were listening to this, just what I said, and if you get triggered in any way, really like triggered into like maybe even the story of the friend, it's like, would you have let your friend, without trying to explain yourself or feel any shame or guilt or trying to convince him that you want to pay, like could imagining the story, would you have let him to just, and would you have felt the gratitude of like, thank you, like this is such an amazing gift, I have such an amazing time and I'm happy to share your abundance, like, or you already, while listening to me or listening to how Source can do this for you, which I'm going to give you a lot of examples in a second, did you have any trigger, any limiting belief, any weird uncomfortable emotion coming up, of any shame, any like, oh, that's not right, or like, oh, that's not possible for me, any guilt, any uncomfortable, like even anger, like, or whatever it's coming, that is your indication that you are holding on some freaking lie that you, because we know you really want this, that's why you clicked on this. But I'm also going to give you the solution. Like, I'm not going to let you being so triggered and then just close the video and say like, another video where they tell me what I should do, but I still, I can't do this. I know why you cannot do this. I really know, because you have a belief, you have a lie, you have a pain. Actually, it's not even the belief, it's that energy behind it, which if you are able to do it right now, and that's why I said you don't have to do any healing, you just have to step back, but you have to let, and then how you let, thank you, now I do and do my business, which in the case of, for example, wanting to go to travel, you skip the part of trying to plan it, make it happen, make enough money or save the money, and then trying to figure out how much money you would need, like how much for the rent, how much for renting a car, how much for, I don't know, food, and then trying to make this whole plan and budget and all those kind of things. And then you realize, oh my God, I have to like work for an eternity to make this. Like, that is 3D character mind, ego, mind, limitation, identity. And that's where you get trapped, because that's not your business. Your business is what? And you're like, ooh, and then following that. So I'm going to give you a few examples, and also promise you, well, I think actually first I'm going to tell you what to do with that trigger. Like that trigger, that resistance, that uncomfortable emotion, if you had any in these last few minutes, then that's why I created 3 weeks live group experience where I actually going to help you to process your original core wound, because that's what we call shadow. That's what's standing in your way, not only in allowing or letting source to pay your bills, but everything. Because when I say paying your bills, I also mean bringing you your soulmate. I also mean bringing you all the synchronicities and all the gifts and all these coincidences, and bringing you everything you need. And your job is to just be even more and more like, oh my God, thank you, this is so amazing. More in joy, more in gratitude, more in playfulness, more in freedom. That's what you want. And if there's something there that is not letting you go, go to the description box below. We're starting on 18th of June, and it's only 3 weeks. It's actually 2 weeks live and 1 week bonus, where I'm going to walk you through this and disappear forever. Like never is going to stay in your way. Guys, this is really, really crazy. So with that said, I'm going to continue with examples. So a few years ago, I really wanted to go to Spain. I just had this desire. I would love to live in Spain. Now, take in mind or bear in mind, I did not have the money. I did not know what kind of job I'm going to do. I didn't know where to go, and I didn't speak the language, and I had never been in Spain before. But I knew I want to do that. And guess what I did? I actually did exactly the same thing. I let Source to do the rest, like do its business. And I started to prepare for Spain. So I said, 1st of May, I'm going to land somewhere in Spain. I don't know where, but I know this is where it's going, what I want. And then I started to do what the things that I had to do, which were like, okay, so let me see, what do I need to prepare in order for this for me to actually take my luggage and go to Spain. So I started to do my own things. Now, what happens? How universe is helping you? You're going to start having ideas coming to you. You're going to have, and it did happen, right? So people come out of nowhere, connection come out of nowhere, you are offered things out of nowhere, you're like, oh my God. So on 1st of May, I ended up landing in a island in Mallorca, in Spain, and I stayed there for 6 months in a house for free on the coast. So the whole first level was mine, and completely free. Even the food was free, and I still ended up making money while I was there for traveling to other islands, to the peninsula, and it was amazing. It was the best thing of my life. Everything fell into my lap. The universe, I let universe do its job. And here's another example with cash, because we really believe that you're going to get the cash on your bank account, so then you go to pay. No, in a million different times it happens that you don't get the cash. It's not how Source pays your bills, because it has contacts, has people working for it. So it's like a web. Imagine it's like a Wi-Fi. All these people are connected through their consciousness to this web. So it's very easy to move people around and then connect, so you have what you desire. So it's not, cash is just one way, but there's a million different ways. But I'm still going to give you an example with cash as well that happened to me last year. And my friend gave me a pass, for public transportation. He said, use this, it's mine. It has like, I don't know, 40 euros, top it up, and then just use it while you are here. And I was like, okay. So I started using it. The money didn't go down. I used it for months, and it got stuck at 1140 euros. And no matter where I was using it, no matter how much I was using it every day on buses and trains, and didn't go down from 1140 or 1140 something. Got stuck for months. And I was like, but this is not even possible. Well, it was not possible, but I was experiencing it, and we were laughing on it. And I returned the card with exactly almost the same money. So the first 2, 3 fares was taken off, but then it got stuck. And I was going through everywhere, and it was like, green, green, thank you, green, green, green. Okay, so explain that. I don't know. I don't want to explain. I don't care. I was enjoying it so much. Now, I have stories like this. I could tell this until tomorrow, but it's one more. It happened with a house. It happened with houses and flats on the beach, and then everything so often. But I want to share this with the friend's house with you. That we were walking through a village 2 years ago with my friend. We decided to have an Airbnb and explore France for months. And there was one village that we just arrived, and it was first week. We are going walking through the village, and I see a beautiful French cottage, and how the sun was shining in, and it was on the corner. It was just so cute. And I said to my friend just out loud, Alice, you see, I could totally imagine myself living in that house. That was it. We already had our Airbnb for that month. Now, last day, we had to leave the place, and we couldn't find any other place on Airbnb, just very far away, like 50 kilometers. So we were like, okay, whatever. And then exactly that day, the last day, again, out of nowhere, my friend Alice went to the bakery where there was a person who knew someone who knew the owner of the house. And it turns out that the next day we actually moved into that cottage. And it was like, how did even that happen? It's not on our business. With the moment we believe we need to figure out, everything is super slow, and there's nothing really ever happens because we are so not having the right network, let's say. So I hope this was helpful. Again, just to repeat, all you need is that shift, the same way that you do with a friend, to say like, wow, thank you, that's amazing. Same thing with the universe. One time, you don't need to do it often. You don't have to even do it once again. Why? Would you do that with a friend? Like, would you say, yeah, I let you pay the bill? Oh no, do you know what? No, I have to change my mind. Are you sure you want to pay the bill? But like, do you think I'm worthy enough? Like, you wouldn't do a drama. So it's the same thing. Don't do a drama. Drama is because you have some triggers. Drama or triggers are, and drama is because you have some pain behind it. You have a lie that's on top of your desire, which is usually, I don't matter, I'm not lovable, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy. That's what we are going to dissolve for good permanently in the 3 weeks live. So that's why I'm giving you also the how. So it's making it even easier to allow source, because this is why you are here. This is who you truly are. And this is a frequency game. The frequency is that you first have to step into the frequency of thank you and accepting this, so the universe can, or source can, show you and give it to you and show you the how. But you cannot stay here in the I don't have, I don't know, I need to figure out, I need to manage, I need to control, I need to make sure, I need to save, I need to manifest, because you are staying in the frequency of I'm not allowed. You don't give yourself permission. You're not in the frequency of this is happening. Do you understand that? Right? So the universe can only show you can only show you waiting, because you are creating waiting. You are aware of waiting. You're aware of not having it, the aware of lack. So you cannot see that it's happening. That's why it's you are the first one who takes the step. I hope this is very clear for you. That's the only thing you have to say yes and never look back and mind your own business. Start doing, start preparing, start looking, start putting things together, start saying goodbye, whatever you need to do. I'm so excited for this. I know many of you can do this without really needing anything more. It's just the permission. You have to give permission to source, and you have to let it go. It's like, okay, I didn't do this anyway too well, so you take it. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you have any questions about we're going to start the live freedom portal, the liberation portal, actually, that's called, on the 18th. So we still have 8 days to go. We still have a few spots left. So you have the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. I am so, so happy for this growing community, and see you soon. Bye.